Hello everybody, this is House Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play the Banner Saga 3. In the previous episode, we ended off in the middle of a wave battle, and because of the way the saving works, it doesn't save in the middle of a, battle, well, I had to start it over again. And it's kinda gotten worse than before. I mean, with Apostate, I managed to actually pull off the rupture without getting interrupted. Had to swap out Castaway for Ollie, so that hasn't changed, but I did have to swap out Krumer for Sigbjorn. And I'm most likely going to have to swap out Sigbjorn for Bercy. Yeah. Anyways, let's get Ollie moved over here. I can't use any more exertion because I already wasted all of his, but hey, you got a crit. Yeah, Sigbjorn's getting swapped out. Which kinda sucks because I haven't really done anything with Bercy. Let's see, who needs some mending? I should probably do some mending on Valgard. Wait, did Valgard even need it? I don't think he actually did. And Valgard's got plenty of willpower to work with. Okay, hopefully this is the last fight. Hopefully. Yeah, Krumer was basically down to 1 in both strength and armor. And the only other Varl we have to work with is Bercy, which does have a bunch of stats, but not much else going for him. Because like I said, I never really used him, because I had no need to. I could also try going for Mogan, or I could try going for Folka, but none of them have trinkets. I mean, it's the same with Bercy. Alright, I'm gonna go for Bercy. I think I'm gonna move Apostate up a little bit in terms of turn order, just because getting the rupture off actually seems like it's pretty good. Well, doesn't seem like it, it is. Alright, they're all coming from that direction. I'm gonna keep Apostate where they are because they can get their rupture off from anywhere. I also tried using the barbed stone thing, but it didn't really work out. I mean, it kinda worked out in the sense that it made for a good distraction. Alright, I think this'll do it. Got a couple of warp dredge. Let's see, unrelenting warped wa, and it's cut off. Horn of Teovonin. +1 will to all allies standing within 2 tiles of an ally delivers a killing blow. So kind of the ability of Leo and the other guy I never use. Knockback on strength +3 or greater than 3. +1 to will, +1 will per turn. Not bad. Could be better. Let's see, if I can get this one's strength reduced to at the very least 10, then I'll be able to take both it and the slinger out. And you got plenty of willpower, so I'm going to spend some on exertion. Alright, let's get the rupture going. I could use Umbrage to get strength back up, but it's not really meant for healing, per se. Alright, just start breaking this guy down. Alright, I can do 5 to him with Bercy. Let's make it 6 just to be on the safe side. Alright, let's get some mending going on Valgard. And Valgard, you just get your stone wall up. And it makes sense, you can't do anything to Ivor. Spend a bit of exertion. Take him out entirely. Okay, it did some damage to Bercy, but it did a fair amount to the warped Varl. Only got one willpower. Screw it. Nice. Come on. Had to end at some point. I am loving these heroic titles. Honestly, nothing I really need to do with Avend. Not this turn, at least. Alright, start breaking the bear. Okay. Alright, Ollie goes down. Technically the only one who went down. And that's that. Bow lying dead at your feet, yada yada, horn of Teovan, a large horn made of birch bark. And Valgard's ready for a promotion, which means I'll be able to give him that... Oh, is the flower, the jeweled flower thing? I've forgotten its name. Fighting through a forest is irksome at the best of times, nearly intolerable in these conditions. You break through miles of razor-edged boughs, gasping to catch your breath in the open air. On the hill ahead rises Ridgehorn. Finally. You see him? Says Volka. Bolverk stands motionless far up the hill, clearly watching the caravan. Now I know how it feels for all those poor bastards who saw us coming. Hard to explain what he's thinking at this point, says Ollie. Expecting us to do what he'd do, or the opposite. Or expecting that we'd expect him to. Spar pipes up. You know what I'd do? Cook some food, sleep. Bet he won't see that coming. Ollie scoffs. You're just tired of walking, old man. Volka blinks. Spar might be right. We'll make it look suspicious enough to throw him off, and everyone rests before Ridgehorn. No lookout, you ask, as they prepare the campfire? Volka shakes her head. That's what makes it look like a trick. But do whatever you like. I won't stop you. All options are the same result. Settle in with the rest of the ravens and sleep. Why not? You put your trust in Volka's hands and lay on the hard ground. Time passes slowly. Soft crunching catches your attention. You swear under your breath, grabbing for your axe, but your hand finds empty air. You panic. In a panic, you jump to your feet and scan the ground. No axe. Crunching gets louder, turns into thumping. Tree branches abandon cradled bundles of snow. Like a blood moon, Bellower suddenly storms out of the darkness in gleaming red armor. There is your missing axe, jutting from a bleeding bundle in his arms. The ground shakes from his roar. Poor sleep, Ivor? Alfred asks. She crouches over the fire, her strange shape fluttering in the firelight. Campfire is still, aside from the gentle crackle of firewood. Our campsite is still. Just dreams. Some people think dreams are omens. Those people are idiots, but they can certainly be a fine distraction from our troubles. Not my sort of distraction. I'm sorry if I dredged up old memories back at the Godstone, so to speak. There's more to that story. Would you like me to tell you? Let's see, option 1 leads to more dialogue, so yeah, I think you should. You've heard one half already, how the Volca came forth during the Second Great War, with fire and fury to push the sculptors to extinction. She gestures theatrically. So I've heard. Perception, paint themselves the heroes. What the Volca really did was make their foes a promise. Abandon the war, and they'd share secret knowledge. The Volca taught them to write, they taught the stone singers to weave. And for the first time, the sculptors learned how to make sculptures to thrive. Or the sculptors learned how to make more sculptors to thrive. They kept their end of the bargain and remained hidden. At least, until recently. How do you know this? They have their own history and carvings. I've read it on great black stones in their dark home. As their trusted guest. What I don't understand is why you trust these Volca. You stare into the fire and it shows you old shapes. When you speak, it's almost as if to yourself. When I killed Rays, when I returned to my kind with her head, Yingvar, they chanted. None had slain asunder before. They wanted to make me the king's kender. I couldn't. They haunted me, Bellower and Rays, and that damn child, every night like tonight. Maybe it sounds like nothing to have bad dreams, but it rubs you raw. It gets in your bones. So I left the Varl. Found a small town of men where nobody knew who I was. Nobody called me Yingvar. Ivor never had dreams like that, in Skoger. So that's why I agreed to come with Juno and Eyvind. Truth is, Juno didn't ask me to join them. I asked her. Ah. The flames continued to dance hypnotically. On that bridge in Einar Toft, I stood before Bellower. I could have moved, but I just held up my shield and waited for the end. What's that? Ivor? The name snaps you out of your trance. You stand and stretch your legs. Your axe is where you left it, and the ravens are beginning to stir in their tents. It's nothing. Well, we got someone to talk to. Percy tosses in his sleep until he finally huffs and gives up. He sees you're also awake and comes to sit nearby. Trouble? I don't know how these damned ravens do it. They can't just pass out at a moment's notice. Are you not one of the ravens? I can see how you might get that impression. I joined Bulwark at Beauregard because the Volca asked me to. And when that went wrong, I got roped into this like everyone else. Percy wears a frown and leans on his axe handle. Juno and Eyvind asked for you personally. Let's not turn this into something bigger than it is. I do work for money, the mentors pay well, I've got some history with them. That's it. What kind of history? Can't you tell I didn't want to talk about it? I did odd jobs, some worse than others. They asked for a lot of weird stuff. But I'm not one of them, if that's what you're wondering. I'm just trying to finish this and drink it off like every other job. Percy wears a frown and leans on his axe handle. So you work for yourself. Never could get into that our bones the hills stuff like the rest of you. Why should I care about the dredge or dying in battle? I'd rather have the means to do what I want, live comfortably, eat well. Turns out there's a lot of men out there thrilled to hire a Varl for some blood work. So I thought I'd do that for a little while. Now it's a lifetime later and I never got rich from it. Spent my whole life chasing work while others profited. One time I traveled with a prince and his tax collector. Thought that was going to be my big payday. People just handed their money over. Piled it right into a huge cart because we told them they had to. Practically robbery. Eventually the cart fell over a cliff and exploded into a shower of gold coins, never to be seen again. I've never shed a tear over killing a man, but that, I cried like a lost baby bird. It happened pretty damn close to this very spot now that I think about it. Ah, can't leave this darkness, though. It's probably all twisted up and dark as dog turds now anyway. Maybe there's a moral there, but I'm not digging for it. Percy wears a frown and leans on his axe handle. What do you think about this job? If you mean the Volca, you'd be a fool to trust them. I've done some questionable stuff on their behalf, let me tell you. And if you mean saving the world, I couldn't care less. What has the world ever done for me? These days, I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. There's still the tiniest sparkle of hope that I might profit from this somehow. Pretty bleak way to live. Nothing left to lose. Nothing but sleep, anyway. Percy wears a frown and leans on his axe handle. Sit quietly until the others wake up. You keep the rest of your thoughts to yourself. It'd be an awkward silence if you weren't both Varl. Looks like it's time to get going. You know, Ivor. You can tell whether he's debating whether to get something off his chest. When I worked for the Volca, one of the jobs they paid me to do was to find you. You'd got into hiding, and they wanted to know where. Do I dare ask why? Truth is, I don't know why. I don't ask questions. But I never found you. I have a feeling if I had, things would have ended up differently between us. So I'm glad I never sniffed around any small towns like Skoger, for example. Percy leaves with a pat on the shoulder, and you realize you'd never mentioned Skoger to him. Yeah, so he knew where Ivor was the whole time. Just didn't bother going after him. Which is the smart thing to do. Anyways, let's get Valgard promoted. Let's see, what else do I put points into at this point? I guess I put points into robust. And now... Let's see, what is it he has right now? 1 will per turn plus 2 strength. Doesn't really need the strength. So, I'm gonna put that on him. Let's see, 1 will per turn. Plus 3 adult talents, 1 will per turn, 1 armor per turn, 1 break. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the clasp of kind for him. I should get Krumer promoted. I mean, I can't get his strength and whatnot any higher. But, at the very least, I can get him some new stuff. You know what, let's go for some extra exertion. Let's see, dodge, nah. Bonus hit chance, nah, that's not really all that great either. Let's go for hunker down. Oh, points are already distributed for him. Alright, I'd say that's good for now. Alright, nothing else to it. Now, I will say this. If Erik went back to Strand in the Banner Saga 1, evidently he joins you here, but you also get a conversation with him that can also get you plus 15 morale. If Ekkel is recruited and alive, you can also get a conversation with him. That can get you plus 15 morale. Alright, nothing else to it. Let's head out. We're close. I can see the tower just over this ridge. What's left of it. That means Bulwark's close too. Bulwark is waiting ahead, Juno says, and the caravan slows. He is patient with dangerous allies. I believe he intends to stop us from entering Ridgehorn. I will leave Bulwark away, Juno says. Avon looks blankly into the distance as though he already knew what was coming, but Juno continues. The rest of you will wait for my return within Ridgehorn. All options lead to the same result. We're not splitting up now. I will not fail. Make sure Avon is safe, Juno says. Volka steps forward. I don't trust you. Even if I did, you can't handle Bulwark on your own. We split the caravan. She volunteers herself, Ollie and Spar, who give each other dubious looks. Volka adds, I don't take orders, remember? Now then, if we support Juno's plan, Juno leaves temporarily to rejoin as a free reinforcement in our next fight. Insist that everyone stays together, including Juno. Juno leaves temporarily to rejoin as a free reinforcement in the next fight. So, basically the same as the second option. Agree with Volka's plan. Juna, Volka, Ollie, and Spar leave temporarily to rejoin as free reinforcements in the next fight. So, it's a choice between how many extra fighters you want. I'm gonna agree with Volka's plan. Volka hasn't been wrong about Bulwark yet, you say, suddenly feeling Juno's gaze weigh heavily, then lift. As you say, she replies. Prepare quickly, she tells Volka. The rest of the caravan cautiously approaches Ridgehorn, Avon carrying the light. Fresh footprints trail off into the snow, following Juno's diversion. The way appears clear.
I've been told this is where they found Juno the first time. Now they say it's the entrance to another world. How far had she already come just to fall here?
Ooh, that distorted music. Ridgehorn. This brings back some memories. None of them good. Yeah, this is where we had to fight our way out. Oof. Avon curses when he sees the rubble around Ridgehorn's tower. Tremors caused by the serpent have caused many structures to topple here. Avon exclaims, there should be a doorway leading to... Give me some time, he says, running off toward the base of the tower. You can see him waving his Volka staff, heaving enormous chunks of rock aside through sheer willpower. Little help, shouts Volgar, drawing your attention back to the fort's courtyard. Bulwark is nowhere in sight. But his warped allies didn't miss you slipping over the bridge. Okay, so we don't have Ollie. Let's see. Juno, Volka, Ollie, and Spar. Who am I gonna toss in? Oh, right, because it's Avon that we're missing from here. Crap, we don't have a mender. Alright, who do I have join us? Don't want to have too many Varl. Because they take up a lot of space and it slows down our allies. Suppose I could go for Mogan, but I'm going to need to promote him. Get that artery strike up. I'm going to say some exploit. And... let's go for Titan straps. Can't really put into anything else except maybe exertion. Oof, that would use up the rest of our renown. No thanks. Let's see, what can I give him? Let's see, -4 will. Nope, not what I wanted. He's only got 5 will to start with. Which is a shame, it's a good item, but still. Guess I'll give it to him and try it out. Alright, let's get into it. Now the question is this going to be a wave battle? And I'm going to make sure to check. Ooh. That bear looks terrifying. Vicious work bear. So it's a stronger bear, which ain't all that great. Yeah, I gotta get these guys weakened so Apostate can blow them up. Speaking of which, let's move them to the back. Valgard, I want to get moving up this way. With Mogan and Cast... No, with Castaway and Ivor as backup. Mogan can go with Karumer. Now, is this a wave battle? It is not. Good. Alright, Valgard, you move up and get their attention with your stone wall. Bear moves next. It can't attack diagonally, so I'll move in here behind Valgard. Gonna start blasting away at this one's armor. Let's see, this one moves next. Gonna have Krumer move here? Yeah. Alright, go for a level 3 rupture. Okay, Mogan. Hit it. Just so it stops hurting Krumer. Alright, Valgard, move in here. Get that stone wall going. Probably should have gone for something stronger. What with the bear? Uh-oh. We're not done yet. Do a massive break on this one. Rumor, you weakened this one, so at the very least it's going to explode on Apostate's turn. What's going on? It is done. Let's not do this again. Okay, good. Reinforcements. Unfortunately, it did some damage. Uh-oh. Got a slinger coming in. At the very least, we got one of them. Spar, I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of useless. Maybe there is something I could do with him, but I'm not seeing it. We're almost out of time. But thankfully, this isn't the second episode of the day. I don't know. Let's see what Confuse does. Okay. Fine. I can't use her as a conduit. Ouch! Alright, well, with that, we are out of time for this episode. I'm fairly confident we can take them down. We just need to start thinning out their numbers, which, yeah, is fairly obvious, but still. Anyways, with that, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.